Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Progress Ohio, for hosting this, and thank you all here for coming to this and hearing about what we think are some important issues. I'm Gary Daniels. I'm Associate Director of the ACLU of Ohio. I've been with the ACLU about 15 years now, and I've seen an awful lot of things go on in and around the state of Ohio. Of particular interest of mine since I've joined the ACLU has been open government and transparency, public records, all of those things that help us shine a light on what it is that government's doing so we can hold them accountable. Unfortunately, what I've also seen over that 15 years is a pendulum that only swings one way. I have never seen, in my 15 years with the ACLU of Ohio, positive developments when it comes to open records and open meetings. Again, this only seems to swing one particular way. What I'm here talking about today is Ohio's Open Meetings Act, which requires government to hold deliberative bodies, city council, boards of elections, school boards, to hold their business open and to the public, where we can keep an eye on what it is that they're doing. Now, of course, as part of the Open Meetings Act, they can retire into executive session to discuss certain sensitive matters. Many of those are common sense, and I don't think anybody would have issue with some of what they're able to discuss in private. The problem, though, again, is they keep adding to the exceptions as to when they can meet in private, to the point where the Open Meetings Act is becoming somewhat of a joke here in Ohio. And what they're doing now with this particular budget is a provision to keep private discussions and deliberations and decisions about economic development at the local level. And that's quite troubling because, first of all, it doesn't serve Ohioans, us taxpayers, whatsoever. There is no benefit to us, the people who fund these things, when all of this is done in private, where we can't watch and where the media can't watch. It also unnecessarily pits the people of Ohio, again the taxpayers, against big business and their legislators. Look, I'm from Youngstown. I'm the quintessential Youngstown story. I'm the son of a steel worker who lost his job when the steel mills closed. I know how important economic development here is for Ohio and getting Ohio back on its feet. It's a long time coming. But I don't think that these things should be done in private or in secret where we can't keep an eye on what our elected officials are doing. I'm accused oftentimes of being very cynical about these types of things, but I keep getting more cynical because what we have here is not a standalone bill where we could debate this in public and have hearings and hear from the legislators and the legislators can hear from us. Instead, what has happened is at just about the last possible minute, it's been snuck into the budget bill where really at this point nobody has an opportunity to meaningfully comment on it. I would say at a minimum, take it out of the budget bill and let's have this be a standalone bill so we can discuss what I think is a very important issue. Failing that, of course, the conference committee could take it out of the budget. That would be the best possible solution at this point. But finally, what could also happen is Governor Kasich could veto this particular provision of the budget. Governor Kasich, who came into office promising an open and transparent administration, but he's failed on many levels since he's become governor. It started with applicants to the new administration that he wanted to keep private. It's happened as he has stonewalled and stalled and delayed and denied public records requests over the past several years. I probably don't need to tell any of you, I know Brian doesn't need to hear probably any more about Jobs Ohio and what a boondoggle that is and will become because so much of that will be kept private. Well, now Governor Kasich has one more chance to show that he truly believes in transparency and openness in government. And that would come if he has the opportunity, if it stays in the bill, comes on his desk, and this is absolutely something he should veto. Taxpayers, I would say, have a fundamental right to know what it is the elected officials are up to, keeping an eye on them, keeping their feet to the fire. But if this particular provision is allowed to remain in the budget, in these days of more and more discussion about government secrecy and what's kept private, it's just not going to serve Ohio, and I urge the Senate, the House, the Conference Committee, and the Governor to reconsider what it is that they're doing and take this out of the budget.